Patience pays off in the sale of this Paradise Found Hawaiian shirt featuring Corvettes, even the very rare split window 1963 Corvette. These were worn by Tom Selleck's character in Magnum P.I. And I found this in Arizona when I started this eBay adventure back in 2013. And it finally sold, but I got $35 for it. It was just probably $3 at the thrift store that was across the street from the apartment complex I was staying in. Very convenient. This is a Black & Decker Space Maker under cabinet coffee maker. I pick these up whenever I can, but you'll get a lot more money for them if they come with the mounting hardware. It's sort of you mount it under the cabinet and then you can slide this in and out. I think people with RVs love these, and with the new tiny house craze, maybe these will become even more popular. They don't even make them anymore as far as this particular style of Black & Decker. And I bought this for $5 from an older couple having a house clearing sale, along with a $20 Dyson vacuum I got from them, and I'm using that myself. And this sold for $120. This is an older desk phone made by Western Electric for Bell Systems. It has a metal rotary dial instead of the plastic clear ones, and the non-modular hookup. Even the handset doesn't have the modular plug-in, so a little creative packing will be involved. But this was just a couple of dollars at a garage sale, and it sold for $60. This is an early Sony Trinitron portable color TV. In pretty good shape. This is the second of two TVs that were just about given to me at a garage sale because they didn't think they would work in today's technology. Well, I was able to rig up a cord to plug into this from a digital, analog to digital, or is it digital to analog converter, and make a little videotape of it working. Came with this battery that doesn't work, and I even put in the listing that if you don't want the battery, I'll reconfigure the shipping charges because this battery's pretty heavy, but there was no note not to send it, so it's going. It sold for $120. This is an 80s Sanyo double cassette deck. Cassette decks are, they sell when you get them and they're working, unless there's some real rare cassette deck like a Lesonic. But just these common ones, if the tape decks are working, you'll sell them. And I buy about, well, out of every 5 I buy, maybe 2 or 3 are working. So I've got a collection of parts decks that if anything needs an antenna or something, I'm ready. And this sold for $40. This is a wooden desktop organizer. And a couple of drawers, kind of a burled walnut finish. And this sold for $35. But the thing of it is, I was on my way to a garage sale and I passed by this driveway and a bunch of stuff on the end of the driveway. And I make a mental note to come back to it after the garage sale, and sure enough, it was marked free. So I took this along with some other items. It's amazing what people will just toss out. This is a wild game cookbook, the Warden's Cookbook. It's put out by the Iowa Fish and Game Officers Association. It's got some interesting recipes. And it was found in the bottom of a box lot, so it didn't cost me anything, and it sold for $20. And it's going back to Iowa. These flip number clock radios, I usually pick them up whenever I can for under $5. Take a video of it, you know, in operation, and it's a bit of a long tail. This took a couple of months, but I got $60 for it. It's not the flip number clock radio. That's the white Panasonic one from Groundhog Day, the movie. If only you could get it to play I Got You, Babe, when it the alarm goes off. More vintage cassette tapes sold. This time a buyer bought 4 boxes, 30 bucks a piece. And I just remember as a kid growing up, when you could go and buy a whole box of cassette tapes, you were doing really good. Although I think they were only about $20 for a brand new box. That was right when cassettes were starting to replace 8-tracks. So now you know how old I am. But again, these went for $120. This is a turntable cartridge that I already had packed up, so I'll show you on the computer. This was part of a Sony turntable that I bought at an estate sale. I brought it home and it was junk. It wasn't even worth trying to restore. And I ended up selling the feet off it for $25. Another small part, the light tower cover, of all things, sold for $20. And then this cartridge sold for $100 today. This is a pair of Maxell soft-sided cassette tape cases. I'm sure we've all seen these many times at garage sales. These were just in the free box, and they sold for $20. This is another pair of reel-to-reel adapters. It allows you to use the bigger 10-inch reels on your reel-to-reel deck. And these were acquired back in November, along with, well, it was a huge buy. I went all in on all this stereo equipment that filled up a room. Can't believe I was hesitating on it, but I got it all for $1,500, and to be honest, I'm not sure exactly how much I've made so far, but it would be in the area of $8,000 to $9,000 on it so far. And there's still a few more of these little parts left to sell. These went for $130. This is a Steve Pewter bud vase. It's got a Northwestern Bell emblem on it. A couple of scratches here and there, a little ding, but it was just an item in the bottom of a box lot. I sold it on a best offer of $20, and he didn't pay until a case was opened up. An unpaid item case was opened up, but paid about a day after that. This is a Champ Space Weight hat. I believe this little hat pin is the reason for the name Space Weight. I found this at a garage sale for just a couple dollars, and I liked it because it was brand new, or not brand new, but it was in the box. But I knew it was going to be a long tail item because of the size, 6 7/8. The buyer even called himself a pinhead when he made the $50 offer. I accepted that, got no payment. Finally, a case opened after I'd sent an invoice, and he writes me and he says, "I never saw that you accepted my offer." So I don't know what's going on with the communication there on a few best offer items I've had up, but finally paid $50. And again, this was just a couple dollars at a garage sale. This is a canvas backpack. I listed it as a mountain rucksack. Made in India, and I actually sold it once before, and using a total misuse of the return system. They said that the straps didn't hold. Well, I've tested them a number of times, and I mean, it's a pretty simple operation here, and they definitely hold. Well, it sold again, and I got $30 for it. $3 purchase at a garage sale. This is a Charlie Brown and Snoopy snack sandwich maker appliance made by Salton. Found this at a garage sale, still brand new in the package. Thought I could get some real good money for it. Priced it at $80, but I've had it for about 6 or 7 months and decided to let it go on a $40 offer. It was just about $3 at the garage sale. I picked up this Yale forklift hat over the weekend. I bought a box of hats for about $5. This sold for $20 just an hour or so after I listed it. Even though there's others up for sale between $9 and $15, this one still sold for $20. I'm not sure exactly why, but I'll take it. This is just a pair of USB cables. It came with a box lot, so I don't have any money into them. I always put stuff up like this even though I only got $15 for them. It's better than nothing. This is a vintage Sansui stereo amplifier. Just an amplifier, not a tuner. I do have the tuner that came with it. I bought a pair of these for $60. Well, the amplifier and tuner. But the amplifier didn't have these sides. But the tuner did, and the amplifier is worth a lot more, so I swapped the sides. They still have the tuner, so I'm kind of hunting for sides for that someday. But I had this listed at $4.99. I got an offer of $450 if I would include the shipping. Well, I checked his zip code because I normally won't do free shipping for anything. But he lives in North Dakota, so I checked FedEx, and it's only $11 to ship FedEx 25 pounds to North Dakota from here. So since I'd been willing to take $400 for this, if anybody offered it with shipping, I took that right away. Give you an idea of my packed garage full of things to be listed.